Okay, all right. So I'm on the call with Nanajwa. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Nadia, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So now let's start with the bill, our invoices.
Okay.
We book them using the bill.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
So how do we go about the bill in Odoo?
okay. So you go to vendors and you select bills.
Okay.
So you can make a new one. But before that, before you make a new one, um, so just a quick one, you can see the invoice numbers, the vendors, the bill date, then the due, and the references that you can give to your invoices.
Okay.
Then the tax excluded, and then the total, and then the status, whether paid, not paid. You can also add up, you have in payment and then paid. But paid is normally, the paid you see there, it means that it has been reconciled. So anytime you see not, you will see in payment. If you see in payment means you have received the money, all right, but reconciliation has not been done. So reconciliation is the last stage for your status to be paid. So about
Okay.
4 different statuses then. So you can make a new bill then.
All
You
right.
go to new. Okay, so the vendor, you can select the vendor. If you have any reference, you can add that. You can select the vendor on the vendor. Move to the vendor. No, the vendor.
I'm coming. So vendor.
On
Okay.
your
All right.
left, under the draft. No, under
Okay.
the draft.
Another draft vendor.
Vendor bill.
Vendor. Okay.
Yeah, move the arrow to your right. No.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm
No.
coming.
I
I'm
think
coming. I
when you
just
went there,
something happened. All
yes,
right.
yes. So you can select the vendor here, or you can create if you don't have that vendor in your
Okay.
system.
Okay. So let me see. Uh, so let's say we are paying a vendor. We are paying karaoke. Okay.
No, yeah,
This.
right now you are raising a bill.
Okay. So I shouldn't select the vendor.
No, the vendor there. I what you were saying you were paying. I wanted you to use
Yeah.
your,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
we are raising the bill.
yes.
We've not gotten to the
You are not,
payment side, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. That's what
Okay.
I want to
So I
clarify.
shouldn't select anything here.
No, you should select.
Okay. All
Let's
right.
say a bill for, yes.
Okay. And then
Then today's date. You can the bill date.
okay. So accounting date. That will be today's date. Okay. So we leave
The,
it
Yeah,
the,
as
but
it
you
the,
need
is.
you need to
the,
select a bill
the
on
bill
which
date. The bill date.
Okay. This bill date.
Yes.
Is it the same as the accounting date?
No.
Okay. So what I'm asking is, would the accounting date be different from the bill date?
Accounting date can be different from, that's when you want to account for that. But the bill date is actually the day you did the transaction.
And we don't do anything with the accounting date. We don't put anything there.
Yes, for now, yes. Unless maybe you want to create a bill and push it to a different date for it to take effect or something. But there's a difference between bill date and accounting date.
If I push this date beyond the accounting date, would it work?
Yes, it will work.
And what effect would it have? Like, I want to know what the accounting date is, the effect of the accounting date for this bill we are raising, or it doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
Well, the bill date is the date you are raising the bill, but the accounting
Yes.
date will take is when you want it to take effect. Let me put it that way, like something of that sort. You know, on your trial balance, on your balance sheet,
Yeah.
it can affect it. Yes, the accounting date can affect your balance sheet.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So,
Okay, that's fine. Next one.
so you have your payment reference, recipient bank. That's if you want to put all these informations there, and then the journal to use vendor bills. We went to
It,
journal initially.
wait, to
If you have any pay,
payment reference, what do we pay? What do you put there?
you see,
Like, is
you
it the
say use
memo?
bill.
The memo?
You just look at your case. It says use bill reference. So
Yes.
payment, yes, you always go with your bill, but you have to confirm first. Then maybe you can come and change.
Now,
A bill is
when you
not
say
yet created.
build reference, okay, okay,
We are now raising the bill.
all right,
You see, so the payment reference will link to your bill. Do you get it? And we don't
okay,
have it now because we have not confirmed the bill.
okay,
Yes.
all right.
Uh, are you
Then
okay?
okay, I'm okay. Then the recipient bank.
Yes.
Then we select the bank
You can.
account.
No, that's yes. If you want to have information on the recipient bank, let's say car bank or anything, yes, you
Yeah.
can put it there. Yes, and then your
Maybe
payment.
if we are paying the vendor, if we pay the vendor through car bank,
When we go to payment, you have all those options there. So
okay, so this
unless
one
maybe
is
you want it to
optional.
be, yeah, this is optional. Unless maybe you want to be let, you want to have it on the bill. But when you are paying, you have all those options there for you to select.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, no problem. Let's move.
Okay, so on your invoice line, you can put some products amount you want. And select some products and then quantity, price of it.
Okay. Oh, but the vendor, when I say vendor, okay, so I
Uh-huh.
think because you selected Carocan supplies as maybe soya or something. Okay. I was thinking we're doing one for normal expense. Maybe we are paying for electricity or we are paying for maybe repairs and maintenance. Maybe we'll do another one for the other ones when we are not purchasing an item, but we are paying for an expense. So
Yeah,
electricity,
yeah.
water.
So that would be the bill. Sorry, the journal we used, like we used. You could
No, we also use a bill to capture those expenses. So,
okay. So like let's say MTN
uh-huh,
data, right?
yes. Or
Uh-huh.
consultancy. If we are booking, maybe you are paying consultancy today. We also use a
Okay.
bill to enter the consultancy, and then we pay on that bill.
Yeah. So go back to your product. If you go to your product,
Mhm.
you can create that product if you don't have it. I don't think we have it now. So let's say, how do I call it? Um,
No, so
mhm.
would the expense if I'm paying on an expense? So
Yes,
I'm paying electricity. We
yes.
have an electricity bill and we are paying today. Where would I pick the electricity? Is it the account, another account? Let's say this is not, we are not, it's not to a vendor. Okay, so it's to a vendor, but the vendor is, let's say, electricity ECG. Let's see
Okay.
if we can see. Uh-huh. Okay. Now I've selected Electricity
Let,
Company of Ghana.
okay.
Yes. Now
And
we
so
don't deal with electricity, you
so
don't
go
deal
to
with products.
yeah. So go to next add line and ignore the product,
Okay.
and then select the account.
Okay. Okay. Then there's no
So
quantity involved. It's just the
it's just the amount. Yes. So
uh
what's the amount?
I'm not
Do
able
it on
to.
price. Do it on price. Do it on price.
Okay. See. Okay.
Yeah. So if there are taxes too, you can select the tax on it.
Okay. My electricity, there are no, we don't attach tax and all those things. So
Okay.
we can do another one
Okay.
with the taxes, but electricity, no
Okay.
tax. Okay. So
Okay.
once we
So now,
save this,
yes.
it will be because we've not selected bank anywhere, how the payment was done. So we'll go on and make payments at the bank, right? We select a
Okay.
bank
So
or cash or anything.
Go
yes.
to
So
other info. Let
confirm.
me check. Other info first.
Other
Other
what?
info. Other info on the invoice line. Invoice line, general items, other info.
I'm coming.
You can
Okay.
even look at the general items. You first general items.
Okay,
General items.
okay, general items.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to select the
Why do we have payable, or we can take the payable out? Okay.
yes, you can
Yeah, you
change
can
it.
take it off.
Okay. And then maybe put GCB if we are paying through GCB. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. And if you want it to be a payable, we can select a
Yes.
payable account.
Yes.
Ah, okay. A minute. Franklin. Franklin,
Yeah.
in
Hello?
NetSuite, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
In NetSuite, when you raise a bill and you select the expense, we are able to pay through the bank, right?
Yeah.
Are we able to select, when we raise a bill, are we able to select the expense account and then the payable account? NetSuite, when we raise a bill
In next week.
in
Yeah.
NetSuite, when we select
Next
the
week.
expense account, are we able to pay against that expense account?
Yeah. After we've saved it, then we pay on it.
Okay, all right. But then if it's a payable,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a payable, are you able to enter a payable under the bill?
Yes, you're able to enter a payable.
I know we are able to enter a payable. I'm saying if you enter the expense, like we select
Mm-hmm.
admin electricity, and we are
Yeah.
not paying the same day, are we able to add another line like payable in next
For a
week
bill,
for a bill?
no. Normally we
Huh,
pay journals for that one.
yes. So set in
Yes.
next week, we're not able to pay when we're not able to raise a bill when payment will not be done the same day. We use journals to capture that transaction. But it looks like this one, we can raise the expense, select the expense item or account, and then also select the bank where the payment was done.
No, you are
Right?
raising the bill. No, you have not yet made payment.
No, we are
But
not making
you
payment. We want to
yes.
select the payable account.
Okay.
But in
Pa-
next week, we're not able to raise like pass double entry on, we only pass the expense, and then once you save, it will be an open bill, and then you pay against it.
Yes, so
You,
that is why we are having the payable there, so that when you make payment, it will move to the bank. So you don't need to put the bank here. But initially, the account the
let me
payable
just
account was fine.
let me just put the payable account there. Let's see.
Yes, so that when you
So
make payment, the system will correct itself with the
so
account you use for
admin
the
admin
payment.
electricity payable. Okay.
Yes.
So should
So
I
once
save this?
so yes. Other
All right.
info, check other info too. Let's see what's there.
Any general item on a payable account must have a due date and vice versa. Any general item on a payable account must have a due date. Okay, the due date when the payment will be done.
Yes. Close it. Let me see. I think you did not set a due date. Let me see.
Is it? Oh,
Yes.
payment terms. So if you don't put the payment terms there, the system will not allow you.
Yes. So you try it and let's see. So put a payment term.
Let's say 15 days.
You need to do that so that it will affect your aging
Agent
report and all
reports.
that. Yes. So that is why it's trying to force you to do that.
But normally we don't know when the payment will be made. It can be made today, tomorrow, 2 weeks
No
time,
problem.
3 weeks. So if I select 15 days and after 15 days the payment has not been made, what happens?
To give you
Oh,
overdue.
nothing. It will just show you, yes, your report that is overdue or
Overdue.
something.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
So by all means, we need to put something there. Okay. All right. So I can save now.
yes.
Any general item on a payable account must have a due date and vice versa. Hey. Okay. I think here too you need something. Or we need to complete this side.
No.
No. That
Okay. So
mhm.
so check it for us, because if I save, it says any general item on a payable account must have a due date and vice versa.
Cancel it and start again. Cancel. Just cancel. I think we may have done a lot of things. Yes.
I think we can't even cancel. Oh.
Okay.
Let me
Then
start a new
select. No,
process.
no. Select trade payable. The account type. Admin.
This one,
Yes. Select. The
but
initial one.
but
What was? Yeah. Was
but
it?
it is not, trade payable. Oh. This is not a trade
Uh,
payable. The accounts payable.
no. Yes. Account. Sorry. I want the account. The original account. We changed.
I don't get you. The original.
Yes. Let me check here. I'm coming.
There was account payable.
Payables, yeah.
There was account payable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was accounts payable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Account.
Yes, that payable to come.
Okay. Okay. So I can save now.
Yes, try that. Let me see whether.
Okay.
So it means there should be like a default account for it before you can. When we are doing reconciliations and all that, these accounts matters. So
Mm.
you just set your expense account and then the rest leave it. When you will be able to handle that later.
So I think it's the same thing as we have in NetSuite, because in NetSuite, you have the accounts payable selected automatically. It's an automatic thing. It will come up there
Yes.
under yes. Then when you save, it will fall under accounts payable. You can't
Yes.
select a particular payable account. It all has to be under accounts payable.
Yes. Yes. So that was what we tempered with, and it's giving us this feedback. So
Okay.
we can proceed then. So same, I want us to touch on this thing too. Or we should go to payment. Okay,
No,
let's go and pay and cap. Let's.
okay, but before we move on to payment, when I confirm this and
Yes.
I go to balance sheet, what will I see? Will I see the payable? Because you let me just go to balance sheet.
Have you confirmed?
Yes, I've confirmed.
Okay.
Let's just check the balance sheet and see. What
Okay.
So where is the accounts payable? Is it the payable
Yes.
or current liabilities?
No, payable.
Okay, so it falls here.
So
It's under this one.
yes. So drill down with the 3 dots by it. No, not the clearing. The accounts
Okay,
payable
okay, this
itself.
one.
Yes.
Then general ledger.
Yes. So that's the last one.
Okay. Okay, Electricity Company of Ghana. Oh, but it will not show on the face of the balance sheet that, okay, we owe electricity payable. You will have to drill down and then go and see the one, the which particular expense or which particular payable you have to make the payment on. You know, sometimes some of the ERPs, you see the particular payable on the face of the balance sheet. So if I owe electricity, I should see electricity payable, and then we pay on it maybe later, 2 days or 3 days time. But this one, you have to go down and then check
Yeah.
what is under in the general ledger to see
Yeah.
the payables. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But the due date is not showing. Is it showing anywhere? The 15 days we selected.
No, then you have to use your reporting agent payable to look to see that. You go to agent payable and let's the reporting whether you
At date. It says
So
okay,
within,
so
the
if
third
you do
one, the
one,
third
1
one.
to 30 days. So
1
it's
to
within 1 to
30.
30
so
days. So
by
that's it.
no, it's at this. That's what is there. So as the time goes by, it will move from at date to 1 to 30, 1 to
Okay,
yes.
okay.
And that order. So it
So it
goes
has a
order.
range of, for
But
the
this one, if we don't, we go to the balance sheet and then we don't click to check what is outstanding, it means we will not see what have to be put. There should be something should prompt us,
No.
or the
So go
or
to
the
your vendor.
dashboard.
Go to your vendors. So go to your vendors.
Okay.
Bills.
on the dashboard self, vendor bills, it will show 1 late or something like that.
Okay, so I see
It will show the late
electricity.
payment.
You see, it's still in draft. You click on the
The draft.
No, click on the
no.
electricity.
Okay, it's bill system. Sorry, no, it's go back. In 15 days.
Come down,
Can you see?
come down, come down again.
Okay,
Down.
okay, in 15 days. Okay, I see in 15 days.
Not paid. Yes. So all the bills will appear here, and you see the ones which are paid and those that are not paid too.
Okay, okay. But when we go to dashboard too, we should see something.
Yeah, vendor bills. On vendor bills. So which ones are late? Which one to pay to validate? So you can drill down to see which ones.
Okay.
Which one you are looking for.
All right. Okay. So can we go back on that particular bill and make payment?
Yes.
Where do I even go back?
Let's go to vendors. Don't go back.
All right.
Bills.
Hello.
Bills.
Okay.
Hello.
So Evans, we can hear you, Evans.
Yes. Just can I talk?
Yeah, talk.
Yeah. Set. I wanted to find out from your
No,
end.
introduce yourself.
Okay. Sorry. This Evans.
From
Evans
Consolidated.
Consolidated franchises. With the
Console.
I wanted to find. Yes, please.
Set, Brian, won't make you join because if you do separate training give console, it will take too much time.
Get separate training self give them on the chart of accounts. Because now he did mention something. So today self now we won't book session with them. But make we finish this one.
This
Okay.
one be complete distance. So if I join this
Yeah.
one, okay.
Yeah, it's good he's joining so that we don't repeat some of the
Mhm,
things.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So can I
Evans,
ask my
go.
question?
Yeah.
Seth, I wanted to find out if is it always that we should be creating or we should have the bill before we can make payment on the bill when it comes to the expense aspect of the account?
It's still dependent on you. If you are having, like, say 5, you want to pass journal for them once, and then you don't have to come and do them one after the other like this. The system will still capture it. But if you want to go by this approach too, that's also fine. So
Okay,
it
so
still
assuming you
depends
don't want
on
to
what.
create the bill before making payment on the bill, but straightforward you want to make the payment that is against your bank and then your expense line item. How do you go about it? Do you have to generalize it or there's a way out?
So you could use a journal to do that, where you put the expenses at the on one side, and then the bank will also handle the other. When you once you upload and you confirm, it will take effect as we are doing now.
Okay, I just wanted to know because looking at this, we are creating the bill before making the payment on the bill for even expense item. But I was thinking probably we can use the bill for maybe our suppliers or our external, like the trade payables and co, to create bill on the distant suppliers and rather make payment on the invoice or the bill. But it seems the
Yes.
same bill is being used for expense line item too. That is why I'm asking. And even using the journal to make payment, when you want to journalize, what difference does it make? You are making the journal to make payment. Is your system flexible that it has payment whereby probably if you're making the payment, it allows you to select the account and later select maybe the bank that you're going to also credit? Does it allow
Understand
that?
where you're coming from. Okay.
Do,
Like
do you
something that
get it?
allows you to do payments even before the
So
bill.
payment. So if you are looking at the ledger or you are looking at your record, you know that okay, this is a payment, actual payment, not journal. Because the journal, maybe probably would like to use the journal to make journalize other transactions or other expenses, which probably not in effect to make the payment. Do you get it? Payment is always between the account line and the what? Your bank account or your account, how do you call it? Your cash. And then the bill is using it to make recognize the invoice and then making payment on the bill. And I want to know if your system allows for payment, that aspect of the payment, for it to be done within the system, and then the journals to pass other or journalize other expenses you want to do.
Okay, so
Okay, so
let him finish this and let him go under vendors. Click on
Yeah.
payments. Then
yes,
you follow
yeah,
the
that's fine.
rest.
Yeah, fine.
So let's finish this one and then we do the journal one too and see how the two works. Right.
Not he wasn't talking about it. He was talking direct payment. So you, uh, like he was saying, you can use the vendor payment. You go to vendors.
Well, let's finish with this one.
You should
That's what I'm
finish.
saying.
Okay, all right.
Yes, let's finish this one.
Okay.
So we
So
pay.
you can pay, yes, or you can print, or you can reset to draft if you have to uh
Okay.
do any changes to. And in paying to, you can pay parts. So let's say reduce it to 800. You can also select the currency you want to use for the payment. You can change the amount to 800 to and see what happens.
So we
Let's
can pay
say
parts. Okay.
yeah, so reduce the amount to, let's say, 500.
To come as partially paid on the invoice, I think the bill line also.
There will be an open bill.
Yeah, which says partially paid also.
Okay. So we are done. So create payment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So when we go
Yeah.
to vendors, we should see
When you go to vendors and bills or payments or anything, you see it's in payment. Yes.
It means partial or
So go to the payments. Go to payments also, vendor payments.
vendor payment. Where do I go?
I mean vendors under vendors
Okay.
payments.
In
So is
process.
in process. So it's partially paid.
Okay. All right. Then if I want to pay on that particular, I want to finish the payment on
So you
that
open
particular
that
bill.
same bill, yeah.
Okay.
Pay.
There are
So you
payments
can
in progress. Make sure you don't pay twice. Check them. There are payments in progress. Make sure you don't pay twice.
so go to that payment rather instead of the bill. That payment you did, the in process one.
Or if he knows the amount, you can just change the
Enter it
1,000
on,
to the
yeah.
other. Yes. It's just
So
giving you a warning on
A
what you want to
caution.
do so that, yes, you
this one.
double check. Yes.
Yeah. Is it? So amount 500. Bill due date. The more.
Then you can validate. So validating means you want to pay.
Okay. That's complete the payment.
Yeah. Pay.
No,
Yes.
this one is paid on that the 500. The first
Open the
500
bill.
we paid.
So go to the bill and let's see something.
You go to the bill. Is the difference.
Okay, so in pay. So is the difference that it has paid?
No, yes,
So
yes.
go.
It has paid the difference.
Yes, so now in payment is 1,000. You see, I was telling you that you only
So
see
you see the
paid
in
after
payment.
reconciliation.
Okay.
Are you okay?
So we'll see why do we see in payment? In payment means the full payment has not been made, or
It has been made, but normally you see partially paid for part payment and in payment for, let's say, full payment, or maybe if it's handling partial payment. But then you see paid when the action has been reconciled or your transaction has been
reconciliation.
reconciled.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when there is no reconciliation, you will not see paid in the system.
Even though the full payment has been made. Okay.
Yes, it means you have a work to do again and you have to go and reconcile.
So we can use validate to complete the payment. What other way can we make payment without going to the validate, or we can just still do it on the bill? Okay.
Can you go back?
They're the same place.
Okay, so in payment, you are saying if we run the reconciliation, that is when we have the paid, isn't it?
Yes.
So on regular basis, after it's done, you just have to reconcile with the bill that was created and the payment as well to make it.
The reconciliation, are you talking about bank reconciliation?
I'm talking about bank reconciliation. So
bank reconciliation. Okay.
Yes, it will change after your bank reconciliation. Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe it's account reconciliation. Maybe you have to compare the bill created and then the amount paid, and probably it has a link that you have to click on to make sure the amount tallies with the bill that is created to reconcile.
No, it's just bank. It changes to paid after your bank reconciliation.
Okay, noted.
Yes.
Okay. And said I was asking, you see, we use the validate to make the full payment. If you don't want to use the validate, what can you use? Maybe you are not paying the full thing. We're allowed to 500. If you want to pay maybe 100 or 200, you can't use the validate.
Okay, so the
you
same
just have
bill,
to change the amount.
the same bill now. You're going to change the amount and add that 200. Maybe you want to pay in installments. That's what you are saying.
Yes.
Small.
Yeah. Okay. So we just need to go to the bill again and then change the amount there to whatever amount you want to pay, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Evans, any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Set.
So yes.
Okay, you're about to say something. Yeah, hello. Set.
Yes. Yes. So
I was saying that in another instance whereby you are making advance payment against an invoice which you've not received, right? And then it comes that the advance payment you made, the invoice on that advance payment is less than the payment amount. Does the system allow for the difference to be in the account?
Yes.
Yes, prepayment.
Yes.
Because
So
in
we can
NetSuite,
touch
we
on
are
that.
facing that challenge. And
We can,
in fact,
yeah. So it allows for prepayment. It allows for deferred revenue too. So, Charles, before that, let's touch on the first question. Evans asked if so you can go to vendors and then payment.
Oh, someone's this thing is giving us some feedback. Nanaja, are you
Yes.
okay with everything on a bill?
Yeah, but I just wanted to ask, instead of the accounts payable, can't we just choose the bank? Since it's straightforward, since it's the same day payment.
Yeah, so go to vendors, vendors. Let me see this as payment.
No, she wants us to start like a new bill and then make payment on that bill by selecting the bank.
Yeah, instead of choosing accounts payable and now going to make payment, can't we just, you see, in NetSuite, when you create the bill and you save it, then it goes to bill payments and then you just pay choosing the bank. But this one looks like the lines are on the same font.
Let's do this one and let's see if it answers you. So go to vendors. No, not here.
Okay.
Let's
Vendors.
Yes. Payment.
Okay.
Then make a new payment. So let's say electricity.
So it has to be a payable or
you need to select the name of the vendor.
name of the vendor.
Yes, like the MTN or the electricity. Yes. Then the amount.
Okay.
So you've selected USD. That's if you want to use USD. You can change it to cedis.
Okay.
So we have the various bank options there for you to select.
You see, with the previous one, there was no place for memo, but this one has a memo.
Yeah.
To write
that.
So that previous one, there was no place to write any memo. So I was just
the bill has no memo.
That was what Evans read initially. That is there no a simple way you could just go without raising a bill? So there are different approaches. So based on what you want to do, then you look at the route you want to use. I don't know if
No,
it
I think what
you
she's
answered.
saying is whatever approach you use, there should be an option to put memo, like the narration. So if I
Okay,
go
so let's go to bills again. Let me then make a new one. The bill reference, you can put a memo there.
Okay, so bill reference
Below the vendor. No, just below the vendor.
Bill reference. Okay, so that would be the memo.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I think it's fine. So let me just do something quick. This one, we are not selecting a payable. We just want to do direct payment.
Okay. So okay.
Okay,
I'm
continue. So
okay. Okay, let me just go back. And that bill. CCT. This one we are paying today, so we don't need to select the due date, right?
So immediate payment. And then
Immediate
the due
payment.
date. The,
Okay. And then where do we go? Add a line.
yes.
Okay. So it's giving us this.
So you see, you're able to select the account.
You're able to select the account, but what about the bank? The account in which you are paying this bill from?
Yeah.
Because we want it to affect the bank account that we are paying the bill from. That is what Nanaja was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and what
let him finish. Yeah, let him finish and let him go to pay. So confirm. Then
Okay.
pay.
So now we can pay.
Yes.
Then you
So
select
you
the
can
bank.
select the bank. Yes, from here.
Okay, I think we are using
And then
GCB. So
and then wait. Reduce the amount and let me see something. Make it 9,000. And let me see something. Okay, create payment.
we go to bills, vendor bills, right?
No, you don't. Okay, but you could use. You see where the bills by the new. No, you can just go to bills. You see where the new
Yeah.
button is. Yes, there's bill by it. So when you are working,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So use that to navigate to your previous informations. You don't have to necessarily
I
go
would,
to the. Yeah, so
okay.
click on that one. Yes.
I think we did 9,000, but I see 10,000 here.
The 10,000 has been
So
recognized in the account as the amount which you created as a bill. For the payment will be sitting in the vendor's account, and there'll be a balance of 1,000, which will be the difference to be paid. Do you get it? So for your account to recognize the 10,000, but the vendor's account will have a recognition of 9,000, giving us a difference of 1,000, which will be paid.
yes, Charles. So
Yeah, I get
you
I
okay,
get what you're
you
saying.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we validate, it will clear the difference.
Yes, it means you are ready. You are making payment to this one.
If we don't
Let me
want to
see.
validate,
Let me see. No, wait. You are having 9,000. The amount as 9,000.
yeah.
Try and reduce the amount to 1,000 and let me see. You are not able to touch it.
Yeah.
Move. Go. So go back. No.
This one.
The vendor. Always don't use
Vendor payments.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to go to those buttons.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So let's go back and validate again and let me see. And now validate.
But if I want to pay,
I can't see this.
if I want to pay like maybe 500 out of the 1,000 left, if I validate, it will pay the 1,000 or not 500.
No, you are on the 9,000. So validate.
Yes.
Validate. Let me see. Validate.
Okay.
Now
Paid.
go to vendor payment. vendor payments again. Yeah, so you see,
Okay.
that if the 9,000 is actually paid, but your 1,000
It
is
was the
there. So if you want to
9,000.
work,
Okay.
yes, if you want to work on the 1,000, it means you have to now select the 1,000.
This one.
Yes. So someone who could say that he has paid and a different person can come and validate the payment as a second check. Or if the same person,
Set, is this on
yes.
payment or the outstanding? Is it outstanding difference?
Yeah, this 1,000 is the outstanding. But I was
So
talking about
the system created the outstanding difference.
Using
yes.
car bank. It's giving an impression as if the money has been paid through car bank account.
Go to the previous one. You selected a
GCB.
particular. You
So we pay
selected
through
GCB.
GCB. So the outstanding
So
balance.
you have to just change the bank. You go so now go to if so you can change it here and then use the bank that you want to pay for your transaction.
So okay, Set. Then again, how do you
Yes.
know that this is the outstanding balance left on the account? Because you are in the vendor payment. You might have a list of outstanding balances. So how do you know that this outstanding balance, these are outstanding balances and it relates to this particular vendor or relate to this particular vendor?
The thing is supposed to move from draft. You have to go and register payment. Yes. So you have to validate it first. So after validating, enter that partial amount. It's supposed to, the status is supposed to give you partially paid. It has a yellow. I've seen it before. It's not supposed to be. You see, draft has its color, paid has its color, partially paid also has its color. So you validate the payment first and enter that amount. Maybe if a vendor bill or something, you open it, make sure it's validated and posted, but still not in draft. Then you enter the amount in the amount field, select a payment journal, whether cash or bank, then select the payment date and the method if needed. Then click validate. That's all. Then it will give you partially paid.
Evans,
You
I
go
don't know
through the
if you
process
have,
again.
When you open the bill you want to pay, then you go to register payment. There's a register payment button there. So click the bill that is not paid and let me see.
There's a draft here. But this
no,
one there's
you
no
are
figure.
Charles. Hello, Charles.
Yeah.
You are in payment. So go back to bills,
Bill.
vendors.
Bill.
Yes, where you are in the payment, so you not see those.
So anyone that is not paid, let's choose that one.
This one says in payment. It means that's not been paid.
Okay.
No,
It
I
means
said
it has been paid.
It's paid, but it has not been reconciled as a bank
Reconciled.
reconciliation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But the other transactions here, we can't touch them because.
Oh, you can touch them.
You are in the sandbox.
You are in the sandbox. You can
so
touch
don't
them.
worry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let me just take DSM.
It's supposed to be a registered payment. Click on the pay and let me see.
So pay it's the same thing, right? You can use the pay or register payment. Yes. So you can select if there is a bill you want to pay. Select the same process. You can set the amount, reduce the amount you want to pay if this is not the amount. Let's say you want to pay 1,000 out of it. And then create payment.
Okay.
It's not this one. It's not this one. I'm coming. Hold on.
Then I'm not getting you. What do you want to see? Because Evans, I think you are the one who asked the question. Hello.
Evans.
Hello, Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ivan wanted to see, or you are still not answered.
Is he on the call? Let me. Franklin, call him. Okay. I think he stepped out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I think he stepped out. So, but let's move on. Maybe when he comes back, and then we'll look at it again.
Okay.
Franklin,
So
your concern has it been addressed, Franklin?
So does you see when I asked the question, you sent us to bill payments. Is that a shortcut
Yeah.
of what you are just illustrating?
yes. So with yes, and it's
So
like you don't want to you want to pay instantly. You don't want to create a vendor with credit and all that. So bill payment, you just go there, then you make
So
payment instant.
okay, so does that mean that if let's say the bill maybe partly was made through Momo, partly was made Cowbank or something, or maybe we create the bill and then we pay parts today and then maybe the next payment will be parts will be paid maybe next week or something, then we can use this method. But then if it's the same amount paid at the exact time, we can use the other one that you showed us.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
So we are done with the bill. But the bill, I think Brian was mentioning something. It's not so clear. Or
I think maybe he has what he wants to see. He's not seeing because the interface is something I don't know, but maybe he'll come with that. So you let's continue.
okay.
Seth, can you touch on the vendor payment? I think we started something there, but we didn't finish. So,
yeah. So you continue with your question. Yeah, we could also look at the accrued expense. I think you spoke about that, right? Accrued expenses. So let's create a new bill again, Charles. But before that, go to configuration. Go to configuration. And then drill down, let me see. Scroll down.
Done.
Okay, so use the setting up, no, configuration settings. And then move down to scroll down. No, move up. Accrued. No, up. Sorry, I was distracted small. Move up again. Up. Yes, this. Let me see. Yes. So these are your accounts for deferred entries, expense, and then deferred revenue. But then you see, based on that's what I want you to see. So on the based on, you can have it monthly. Select the based on. Yes, if you want the calculation to be done monthly or days or full month, you can select that here. So we can go back and then look at that on the vendor bill. So let's create a new vendor bill. And then create some products. select the product, the vendor, and then.
Okay, maybe this time let's do when we are selecting an item or we are paying a supplier, proper supplier,
Yes,
like Evans was
yes,
talking about.
yes.
Account. It has selected an account. Stock something. Said
Yes. Uh-huh.
which account is stock interim received. Okay, so it means we've received the product and then we are making payment on it, right?
Are you referring to the account?
So I'm talking about
Then
this stock interim into brackets
no,
received. You know, we
that
receive
stock.
the item before we make the payment.
Yes.
And
So
sometimes
the
you even make prepayment for that.
yes.
Okay. So is this
The
one correct? The account, is it correct?
yes,
We've already received.
no, it's not that you've received that account holds your uh like the BIP. If like something like
Work
the
in
BIP
progress.
account. It will not be a final account for what you want to do, but a temporary account.
So there are two things. Sometimes we pay
Okay.
before we receive the product. And
Okay.
then the other option is we receive the product before we pay.
So you do advance payment.
Under the account.
No, so what I'm saying is that this account that is there is no much problem. It's just
Okay.
yes, when you are in a process of any transaction, these accounts are normally the accounts that will either receive your product or maybe that will take the products to other customers too. So they are just a work in progress account. The final destination will not be this account. That's what I'm trying to let you understand.
Okay. All right. So when we select the product and then we change the price, because normally the price, what you have here will not be the price. So let's say
Yes.
the price will be, okay, the quantity, let's say quantity will be 1,000 kg. The price will be 450 or 45. Okay, now we have 45,000.
Okay.
Now, what,
So if you want
you
to
can go
use
on. Mm.
the deferred, the arrows, should I say the button, the to go button by the amount. You know where the amount is on your at the 45,000. There's a to
Yes.
go button. Yes. So select it. Then you can add start date and then end date. So
Should I
and
untick
then
the other
no,
areas?
no, you can leave them. Please just add what you want. Yes, what you
Okay.
want to add. So start
All
and
right.
end.
All right. Start and then end. Okay.
And yes, so if your build date is, let's say, first, you want to, sorry, so the start date,
Mm.
your start, yes. So pick a start date.
Yeah.
No. Where the
Where?
start on your left, move to your left. No. When you check it, it's showing by the account, analytics, start date, end date, quantity.
Analytics.
Start
Okay.
date, start date,
Okay.
start
Okay.
date.
I see it. Okay.
Yes. So click inside. Yes. So you can what will be your start date? Let's say today, 8th.
Mm.
Yes, and you want to pay this vendor, so deferred exp yes, so deferred expenses accrued.
Okay.
If you use because we picked month, you need to make it like about 3
30
months. Check the
days.
date. No. The start date, fine, but take it to like 3 months so that you can see the effect. Well, other than that, you should have selected this at the settings I showed you. Based
Okay.
on yes, I want you to see the effect. Well, so maybe let's say September ending is fine. Then you pick the dates. Say let's say 30th August. Okay, so you can now confirm. Hello, Charles, you can confirm the bill.
So yeah. So I should confirm the bill.
Yes.
The bill refund date is required.
Yes, we did not set a bill date. Yeah, so close it and set a date for the bill.
Can I give a comment?
Okay.
With such
Yeah, go ahead.
transactions, accounts, we don't enter the products and the product quantity and all that. You see, when the logistics team do the purchase order, the stores will receive. Then we bill on whatever they have received. We don't do the entry of the products. Stores, the logistics team will do that, and then we will bill on whatever they have received and pay on it.
So should
Okay,
we go through the process?
yeah, so I get her. So we could just pick one of the bills on your dashboard and then continue. Is that not it?
No, I want us to finish the process. So we can call the logistics person to enter a purchase order. Then it's approved. And then the stores guys can receive the product, and then it comes to account to bill, and then make payments on the bill.
Yeah, I get you. But what I was saying was that when they do all these things, you will see that information on your bills. I don't know if you are
Yes.
you get me.
I
So
get
you
you.
don't have to come
Alright.
here and do all these things. So you could just go to your vendor
Alright.
bills and then select that particular bill you want to work on. So vendor bill, just the vendor bill, the name. Vendor bills, yes.
Alright.
So you come and you have all the bills here. So the ones you want to work on
This
or
one says
adjust, you can.
not paid. So we can click on the bill, the number, right? Okay, so it's an open bill.
Yeah, so if
Then
there
we
are any
can pay.
things you want to. Yes, but we didn't finish the accrued thing.
We have to go to the accrued thing before we finish this one, before we come
No,
here.
I thought someone asked a question about accrued expenses, and that's why we were doing that, but that is fine.
Okay. So now we pay on this one.
Yes.
Let's take it that we are paying 100,000 out of.
And also to answer you, so you could go to purchase, you can use the purchase app. So let's say the other team will use the purchase app, create a vendor build over there. You come and see it here. Try that too, and get the feel of it.
So we should go to the purchase app.
Yes. Use that. So use the accountant. The accountant will take you out of her.
Okay.
Then the purchase. Yeah.
So new.
Yes, actually, there is also a training on purchase. So it will also let's go back because we have a training session on purchase. You joined. I believe you joined there. But whatever we do here, you come and see it in the accounting app. The apps are integrated, so anything they do, you come and see it on your dashboard. Basically,
Yeah, but I want
like
to
that.
see what will happen, like when they go
Okay,
through
so
that
you try.
process.
Okay,
Yeah.
you try.
So now
Charles,
let's pick a vendor.
when are we closing for today?
Cornelius. Cornelius.
Just
When should we close?
hey. I mean, I'm already exhausted, but like, I don't know. It will depend on you guys.
Yes, you know
Okay,
the
so
talk some you tired, then we there.
Charles, so let's make it 4. Okay.
4 o'clock. Oh, four.
Yeah.
It's almost 4. Let's make it 4:30. Okay.
Come again.
Let's make it 4:30. Make 4 there.
4:30. Hey,
Like
Charles,
15 minutes to 4.
we have console to work on. No?
I understand. You let's just do this quick one. But we are almost done with the account. So the account there. Whilst we are every day, we will just come to
No.
you guys to show us what to do on any that one there.
Yeah, we could close 4 and then continue tomorrow because we can still have a section tomorrow
Okay.
so that we
Okay.
continue
Alright.
tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
No,
fine.
no
And that
problem.
one to help so that you don't have to cramp everything at a
Alright.
go.
Okay.
And you
So
also
let
get
me
the time to
select
work on console.
console. Okay. So let me select DSM. The vendor.
Yes.
Yes. Expected arrival. Let's say today is May. Let's say the arrival will be June ending. Okay.
Okay. So here you are creating a new quotation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It will be an order. Is there a quotation on order?
You are first requesting for a quotation. If you want an order, you still have to. I'm sure use this post. So you continue. When you are done now, you go to others and let me see what will also happen.
Okay. So products, add products. So let's say methionine quantity 40. Okay, unit price this, amount this. That's all.
Okay, so you can see the delivered to when the item is coming, you want to receive the items. Currently set to main warehouse, finished goods.
Delivered to, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can select the particular warehouse you want to see.
Yes,
Mm.
the location you want
Okay,
to have
so
it.
we can say finished product. Okay, we want to leave it there. So we can send methionine to layer max. We can separate it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the
yes.
end product. Okay, all right.
Yes. Based on the
That's
location
fine.
you choose here.
Okay. So now confirm order.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say the the vendor has agreed and you've also agreed, you've confirmed.
Okay. So now send purchase
Then
order
can
by
receive.
email.
Yes, you can receive the
product.
product. Yes. Before we touch on purchase, I want us to be quick and then move to our accountant. Then we can
Okay.
receive the product.
Okay.
So you can validate that the product has been received.
Okay. So that's the quotation, not the order.
Yes. So go back to orders. You can see orders up there.
Yeah.
Purchase orders.
Okay, it's here.
Yes. So it's waiting to be built. Go there. Click on it. Now we can create a bill. So let's create a bill and then you go to the accounting and see if you see the confirm. Bill date. You need to set a bill date.
Okay, so you can pay.
No, but let's go to account bill 20. Let's go to accounting app.
So you
Click
should
on the
move out.
pictures up there. Yes,
Okay.
move out. And I'll come to accounting. Then vendor bills. Do you see
Not
it?
showing. No. It's not showing, but when you go to,
Wait,
I think we saw mhm,
what was the amount? Do you remember? I think
two
bill
nine
20.
something. Okay, okay, it's here.
No,
It's here today.
yes,
Two
it
nine
should show
seven
so
four.
that you pick from there. So when they start the process, you can continue from here.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Okay. So we started with quotation, not purchase order, but we can also use a purchase order, not quotation, right?
yes,
Okay. All right. Okay. So this is all we want to see. Once we see it here, we can make payment on that. Right?
yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to accounting. Okay. And now, anything you want us to do under accounting? Vendor prepayment.
The bills, we have it in the USD and all that. We have the exchange rate. I don't know. I didn't see anything like that when he was the purchase order rate to be different from the day that is received, the rate. And then when it's billed, we use the same rate as when it's received.
We can select the particular account. You're talking about this one, the 2974.
Yes, yes.
So when we select it, I think we can
And then
change
the due
currency.
date.
There's currency
There's
here.
currency there. What about the due date?
There's due date too here. You can select the due
Yes.
date.
Yes, okay.
So you can change the currency and you can also, but I think when you book the thing in euro, you can't do anything. You can't change anything again. Automatically, it comes there as euro.
Now come down, scroll down and let me see.
That's all.
Is
You
that
can
all?
come.
That's all.
Yeah.
No, you should.
I think the order or the quotation was done with euro. A particular
Okay.
payable. Yeah,
Okay.
so you can't change anything.
So-
Yeah.
Yes, so it means you deal with them in this currency.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so set. For instance, this one like this bill.
Yes.
Okay, assuming you are making a payment on it, are you going to use the rate as at the date or the rate as at the time you are making the payment? And what becomes of the exchange rate? Will your system analyze the exchange rate gain and losses and then make the difference within the account?
Most definitely.
Yes, the exchange rate date comes in when you are making the payment. I believe.
Yeah, so let's say
yeah.
you are booking
Yeah.
this one at this rate, and then you are booking it at this rate, and then the payment date, maybe the rate goes up a little. There is going to be exchange rate variation, that is gain or loss. And I'm asking whether your system will do the recognition of the exchange gain and loss within the account.
Yes.
Or
Yes,
probably you have
yes.
to go.
Yes, in the reconciliation you will see it.
I said
Okay.
we can't
I
even
don't know
change
if
we can't change the payment rate to, the conversion is done into CD. So even though we are paying euro, we will see it in CD. So now which rate? Because we can't change the rate here.
Go beneath
this is the bill.
One, see under the euro,
Under the euro.
one Ghana cedi. So it
So
can
you
go
need to,
it can go otherwise. Oh, you can't say. Oh,
No, so this
yes,
is the bill.
So this is
yes,
the rate
Charles.
as at today. Let's assume this is the rate as at today that we are booking the bill. Let's say
Okay.
tomorrow we want to make payment on the account on the same bill. The rate could change, isn't it?
Yes, so it means that's why in our first section I showed you how to change the exchange rate manually. So you
Okay.
go and change it to tomorrow's date. Sorry, tomorrow's rate. So when you come back to the bill, you will not see this rate there. So you see. So let's go and change. Let's go and add. Go to configuration.
Set. His question is that if today he made a bill
Yes.
and it was in, let's say, 14,000, as at, let's say he did 1,000 euros and equivalent is 14,000 Ghana cedi. Tomorrow, 1,000 euros may be 14,500. Which account captures that difference? If I'm right.
Yes, that is bringing the exchange gain or loss
Yes,
difference.
gain or loss.
And I want to know whether the system allows or whether we are going to capture it manually or the system will do that transaction, that difference, will be transferred to the exchange gain or loss within the account section for you to see it that, okay, this loss or gain that has been recognized in the exchange gain ledger or account is as a result of the purchase we made on this bill, the purchase or the bill that we created and the payment we made on that bill. That is giving rise to that difference. Do you get me? I want to know whether the system does those reconciliation, it does the differentials and then recognize it the system before we.
Yeah, yes, it does. It does. So
we are not going to
Charles,
do a manual exchange gain loss, exchange gain, or whatever it is. We are not going to do it manually. The system will do those net off.
In your reconciliation, you see, when you go to your reconciliation, you are going to match, let's say, some transactions. So the
on
difference
the chart of
will
account,
go. Come again.
On our chart of account, we have exchange gain loss. Exchange gain loss on the chart of accounts.
Yes.
Which I'm asking whether the system automatically will recognize the differential within the account, or we will have to do the reconciliation, they recognize the difference in there.
No, Evans, the system automatically calculates the gain or loss, and you will see it in your profit and loss account too. It's part of the items that will fall under your profit or loss. If it's a gain, it's under other income. If it's a loss, it forms part of your expenses, right? But there will be an item in your profit or loss account which says foreign exchange gain / loss. Or said.
Yes, so the system will do it for you.
Okay.
So my question is, this bill,
yes,
this DSM bill that we have here, now if we want to pay and we click on pay, and then the payment amount is more than in CD, as in the exchange rate will show you whether it's more than what you pay the purchase amount or not. So the purchase amount in CD is 30,000, even though the euro amount is the same. In CD, when you purchase, the conversion gave you 30,000. Now when you are paying, there's a different exchange rate. Now you are paying
so
maybe
use a different bank account, not the euro, and let's get it clear. So
no,
let's say
the thing we are paying in euro. It was captured, that particular vendor, we pay them in euro. We captured the order and everything in euro.
Okay.
Yes. So if we are paying and in CD, the rate has changed. So automatically we have to apply a new rate.
I'm not really getting you Because you said you are yes.
What I'm saying is when you
Mhm.
enter the order,
Yes.
when the stores guys are receiving, they receive with a rate that will be the purchase amount or the purchase
Okay.
rate. So we convert the CD, the euro amount into CD
Yes.
with a certain rate. Now,
Okay.
when we are making payment, the payment will not be the same
Yes.
in CD as the purchase. So how do you get the exchange rate to match or the CD equivalent to match when you are paying? How do you get it to? How do you enter the new exchange rate in the system?
I'm still if I get you,
Brian, do you
you want
get
to
me?
see
Brian is not on the call. So this thing we are when we pay this, will it
yes.
match the purchase amount or it will be a different amount in CD?
If it will be a different amount based on the exchange rate you set for your books, but you will not see it
So
happening. So you just have to set your rate to that date, and it will do the necessary conversions for you.
but
But
we
you will
can't
not
enter
see it.
our own rate, the rate we use in paying. We can't enter that in the system. Or we have to now
You
enter
can.
it today. Okay.
That's why
Okay.
we started with how you can configure your exchange rate. So if
Okay.
they
So you have to go back and then go and configure
yes,
it.
yes. So whatever you do will pick that rate you have set.
It means every
So
day we have to be changing the exchange rate.
yes, that's why I started with that every day you have to be changing. So to first pick the order rate, that's the day you use for that or the bill date. And then when you are paying to go, it will pick that date and do the difference for you. You get me?
Okay.
So every day you have to change, or maybe in a month you want to use one rate to, you may not see the difference as you want to see now, but it means every day you have to keep changing to the rate.
Okay, then that will be under configuration and settings, right?
Or you can also go to configuration currency. That's more easier. Configuration
Configuration
currencies. You
Okay,
come down.
currency.
Yes. So every day you need to set the rate you want to use for the day. If it's for the week, you have to set it so that if you move to, let's say, after 3 weeks and you are paying that bill, the system will take the changes by itself because you have set a lot of rates. That's the beginning and then the end. It will use that for the calculations for you.
Okay.
Wow. Are you answered?
Yes, I'm
yeah, so it means every day you have to be adding the rates to get it well. Yes.
Okay.
And
All right.
the
That's
recent
fine.
rate also applies to all transactions unless you add a new rate.
I get it. Yes, I get it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
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 So it's fine.
Yes. So let's continue tomorrow.
Continue tomorrow.
And
All right.
By Evans, we had to agree on the chart of accounts and then so maybe
Set.
yes.
I think set at a point I had to attend to my boss. So I think I lost connection. I couldn't join. And most of the
We'll
questions I
continue
asked to, I
tomorrow.
don't know whether you. So
so
my questions will be repeated tomorrow. What?
Okay, so we continue tomorrow then. And then I was saying that with your chart of accounts, we had to agree on the names. Yeah, so if by I think 6:30 or 6 we can connect and then look at it so that we start working on and we can continue our work on the console. Okay.
Yes, boss.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So Charles, thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll meet
Okay.
tomorrow. And thanks for the team.
Thank you too.
And then
All
thanks
right.
everyone too for your time too. Okay.
All right.